Vanessa, next we're traveling to the Southern Hemisphere with one of the kings of the red wines from the mountain world. This is the 2018 Kaiken Terroir Series Malbec from Los Chacayes in Mendoza.
Yeah.
A beautiful area. So looking at Argentina, right, and Southern Hemisphere producing countries, you've been there.
I have.
Imponent mountain ranges.
Oh, it's just stunning. I mean, really, you're in the vineyards, but you're staring at the Andes with the snow-capped, mountain range. It's just an extraordinary place.
I can only imagine. This varietal in particular, the main event here, Malbec came from Bordeaux.
Right.
From Bordeaux. So its roots in Cahors area. And in the 19th century it was brought over and it just took on. So the country adopted it.
Kind of embraced it as their own, right?
Totally.
Yes.
And made it a complete household name for Argentina. This area, I mean, this is a single vineyard. You're looking at 5,000 feet elevation. Put that into perspective. It's when the grape is at that high of elevation, closer to the sun, you get this thicker skins, lushness, richness. Look at that.
Look at the color. Yeah.
Thick and highly satisfactory as far as the wine goes.
Absolutely.
In that term.
It's I think we often talk about most of the red wines, right, as being sort of ruby in color. This one always Malbec has a bit of purple to it.
Absolutely. A magenta tinge, kind of like flashy in that sense. And very tied to the purplish, I find like a lavender seed.
Absolutely.
Crushed graphite.
Yeah, I
mineral.
always get purple to your point, but like boysenberry, blueberry. There's a floral note to it as well, but it can be a very expressive red grape variety.
Absolutely.
But this isn't all Malbec, right? This has some other.
This has a little bit of Bonarda, which is Charbono as we know it here in
California.
And also a touch of Petit Verdot, which if you didn't think the wine was big and rich and inky enough, Petit Verdot comes and just takes it. It's just like this running back that's gonna just score a Super Bowl big touchdown. It's a crazy, very emblematic style.
I think that a lot of people know Malbec. It was very popular and still is by the glass pour, let's say, at restaurants. And I think it's because it's versatile enough where you don't have to pair food with it if you just want a glass of red wine and sitting at the bar having a conversation. But if you wanted to pair food, it certainly has enough body, texture, richness, tannin to pair, and acidity to pair it with food as well.
Yeah, this is a favorite steakhouses, but abroad. I mean, all over the place. A given pairing would be obviously a parrilla and asado with like chimichurri and stuff. But I love venturing out into like grilled shiitake mushrooms or portobello or matsutakes. Just do a medley of mushrooms when they're in season and crack a bottle of this. You're in a very happy place.
I'm glad you mentioned that because actually when I visited Argentina, I was with a friend of mine who's vegetarian. And of course they love their meat in Argentina, but no, it pairs really beautifully with lots of different vegetables.
Yeah, as long as you have the char component. This is a wine that has the broad shoulder, but it's thick and rich and viscous and I mean, it's a very emblematic style.
And talk about a classic region, and I'm so glad we're talking about the Southern Hemisphere because when we talk about classic regions, we're often talking about Northern Hemisphere, right? But we would be remiss to leave out Malbec from Argentina.
Absolutely, it deserves a place on the table.
For sure.
Aurelio Montes, who started the winery from Montes Winery, he really has a gifted hand, if you ask, amongst the locals and people around Argentina. And we're really lucky to be sharing this.
Thank you for bringing it.
Cheers.
Cheers.